Hello, my dear students. My name is Sirappa M, Associate Professor, Government College for Women. So, today's session is session number 15, Electrochemistry 2, 5th SEM, paper 6, that is Physical Chemistry. It belongs to Bangalore North University. So, today's topic is meaning of redox electrodes, calculation of EMF of redox electrodes, and how the determination of EMF of a redox system using potentiometric titration. At the outset, after this session, the students should know what do you mean by redox electrodes and how to calculate the EMF of redox electrodes, and very important is the principles involved in the potentiometric titration, especially with the redox systems Fe2 plus or Fe3 plus. For this, it requires redox electrode. What is the meaning of redox electrodes? Then how to calculate the EMF of redox electrodes? Then principle involved in the potentiometric titration. It requires here also some reference electrode is required. Now first of all, oxidation reduction, that is nothing but redox electrodes. Oxidation reduction, simultaneously you call it as redox electrode. Oxidation reduction electrodes are the inert electrodes like platinum or carbon dipped in solution containing both oxidized and reduced state of a system. Example, platinum dipped in a solution of redox system containing both oxidizing and reducing components. That is, platinum dipped in a solution containing ferrous and ferric system. That is oxidation reduction or redox electrodes. Here platinum acts as a redox electrode for both ferrous and ferric system. EMF of the cell is equal to E of right minus E of left. So that is E of reduction minus E of oxidation. Next, coming to the potentiometric titration. What is meant by potentiometric titration? How you can observe? A titration in which the end point of the reaction is determined by the measurement of potential. Measurement of potential is known as a potentiometric titration. A titration in which the end point of the reaction is determined by the measurement of potential is known as potentiometric titration. In potentiometric titration is based on the fact that when the equivalence point is reached, there is a sharp change in the EMF of the cell. So when equivalence point is reached, there is a sharp change or abrupt change in the EMF of the cell. Now we'll go with the study with a simple potentiometric titration. Potentiometric titration involving redox system, that is ferrous ferric system. So approximately 0.1 normal solution of both FAS and K2Cr2O7, ferrous ammonium sulfate and potassium dichromate solutions are prepared. For this, 25 ml of ferrous ammonium sulfate and 1 test tube of dilute H2SO4 taken in a beaker. A platinum electrode is dipped in the solution and coupled with a reference electrode like calomel through a salt bridge. So now it forming a cell. The cell may be symbolically represented as calomel electrode on the left side, and iron electrode is ferrous ferric ions with the platinum wire. So that is HgCl2. So is placed in KCl solution, salt bridge. Then platinum is connected with the ferrous and ferric. The EMF of the cell is measured after each addition of K2Cr2O7 solution added. It is observed that there is a change in the EMF till the end point is small. At the end point, a sudden jump is observed, that is a sudden jump in the potential. The EMF of the cell is plotted against the volume of K2Cr2O7 added. At the end point is determined V0. V0 is the volume required oxidizer completely ferrous to ferric ions. The equivalence point end point can also be determined with a differential plot delta E divided by delta V against volume of K2Cr2O7 solution. We can observe this type of curve. So delta E versus delta V, plot a graph of volume of titrate ml. So we'll get a peak rise in the curve. Let V0 is the end point of the titration, or is nothing but equivalence. The EMF of the cell can be calculated E of right minus E of left, that is E of ferrous and ferric minus E calomel. From these advantages of potentiometric titration, what are the advantages of potentiometric titration? Similar to the conductometric titration, even colored solution can be titrated. In case of internal indicators, we are using colored solution, we cannot be determined. But in case of potentiometric titration, colored solution can also be titrated potentiometrically. Then another second one is very important. Weak acid and weak base can be easily titrated, similar to the conductometric titration. From next one is a mixture of halides can also be titrated, and fourth one is a mixture of strong and weak acid can be titrated. So mixture of strong and weak acid can be titrated. So here are some problems. A saturated calomel electrode is coupled with a quinhydron electrode and EMF is 0.102 volts at 298 Kelvin. E0 for quinhydron is given 0.6996 volts. E calomel is 0.2422 volts. Calculate the pH of the solution. For this answer or solution, given that E0 for quinhydron, it is standard value, is given in the problem 0.6996 volt. E of cell has given 0.102 volts and E calomel has given 0.2422 volts. You have to calculate pH. pH of the equation is equal to E0 for quinhydron minus EMF of the cell minus E calomel divided by 0.0591. Substitute all the values. 0.6996 minus 0.102 minus 0.2422 divided by 0.0591 that is equal to, after simplification, pH is equal to 6.013. Second problem, a hydrogen electrode was minimized in the solution and coupled with a hydrogen electrode was immersed in the solution and coupled with a calomel electrode. The EMF of the cell is found to be 0.4 volts. Calculate the pH of the solution. Given that EMF of the cell is given, E calomel is given, determine the pH. pH is equal to E cell minus E calomel divided by 0.0591, that is equal to 0.40 minus 0.2422 divided by 0.0591. After substitute all the values and simplification, we will get 2.67. So summary of this session is what do you mean by redox electrodes and how it is prepared. Then EMF redox electrodes, how to calculate the EMF of redox electrodes, and the principle involved in the potentiometric titration, principle involved and advantages of potentiometric titration. So after this session, at the end there are some questions. So that is question number 1. The following statements are correct regarding potentiometric titration except they are suitable for color reactions. The EMF of the cell is 0 at the equivalence point. These are not suitable for dilute solutions less than 0.001 molar. LJP will not influence the study. Answers for this question. So all are correct except B. The EMF of the cell is 0 at equivalence point. So this is a wrong answer. So that means remaining 3 is regarding potentiometric titration is suitable. So B is the answer. The EMF of the cell is 0 at equivalence point. No, it is not 0. It is a sudden abrupt change in the equivalence point. So for this question, B is the answer. The EMF of the cell is 0 at the equivalence point. What is the end point of the potentiometric titration? A. Rate of change of potential. B. Change of color. Both A and B. None of the above. Our answer is A. Rate of change of potential. Question number 3. The reaction which oxidation reduction takes place at the same time is called. A is a redox reaction. B is oxidation reaction. C is a reduction reaction. D is a none of the above. For question number 3, so oxidation reduction takes place means A is the answer, that is a redox reaction. Redox reaction. Number 4, which among the following is the strongest oxidizing agent? Which among the following is the strongest oxidizing agent? This is a general question taken in this last session. So one is a strong oxidizing agent, hydrogen peroxide. B is ozone. C is potassium dichromate. D is potassium permanganate. All are oxidizing agents, but which among the following is the strongest oxidizing agent? B is the answer, that is ozone is the strongest oxidizing agent. In an electrolytic cell, metal passes into ions at question number 5. A is cathode, B is anode, C is salt bridge, no oxidation or reduction. In an electrolytic cell, the metal passes into ions at A is the answer, towards cathode. So at the end I have given for this session some books, references, books and names are given. This is the end of the electrochemistry 2 15th session. Thank you.